Hello, I'm Jarek Rosinski, Senior Instrumentation Engineer at Transmission Dynamics. Today I wanted to introduce our new product, which is called the Killer Bug. Killer Bug is the system designed to instrument for torque on input shafts of the wind turbines, but it can be used for other applications where full shear Wheatstone bridge is used to measure torque. So, the system is designed for the instrumentation technicians who had no or very little prior knowledge of strain gauging. For the person for the first time using the strain gauge kit like that, it's perfectly possible to implement fully functional telemetry system where the electronics with the strain gauge fitted on the beam will be transferring data wirelessly from the rotating shaft. So, what's inside the box? Inside the box we have the Killer Bug. You will see that the Killer Bug is equipped with a tiny light emitting diode which is flashing, and it will be happy to flash over the period of several years, and that's how it is set on delivery. This is ready to be activated as soon as the Killer Bug is fitted on the rotating shaft. In the box we have also cyanoacrylate, which is used to glue the gauges, tiny bottle with the activator, some cleaning tissues, and above all, little magnet, which is used to wave above the Killer Bug to activate wireless transfer of the signal between the Killer Bug and the telemetry receiver. So, let's proceed. First of all, we need to prepare the surface. Now, we need to remember that preparation of the surface in classical implementation requires cleaning, etching, neutralizing. We will not etch and neutralize. We will simply provide a very thorough cleaning. To do that, we use the kit supplied in the box with the smart bags. First of all, we gently abrade the target surface to remove any sign of oxidation or uneven surface. The time required to do that really depends on the quality of the surface. On this occasion, it's a relatively smooth beam, so I'm done. Now, we'll use the cleaning agent supplied with the kit. We simply open the sachet and remove the wetted with the solvent cotton pads, which allows to get rid of any residual dirt following the abrading. We can repeat the same process second time to make sure that the surface is very well cleaned. So I'll do that once more. Typically I'm satisfied with the cleanliness of the surface when we have relatively clean cotton pads. That surface is now ready for strain gauge application. To do that, we need to get Killer Bug ready for the application. First, we need to remove the protecting plastic cover from underneath to expose the Teflon tape. When we peel off the Teflon tape, we expose the strain gauge. That strain gauge is all pre-wired, ready for the application. We have two magnets on the right and left hand side. We align the axis of symmetry with the Transmission Dynamics logo, and we'll be ready to roll the Killer Bug onto the shaft surface, and to help with that we supply little tags which match roughly approximately diameter of the shaft. We will supply different sets to ensure that we will match reasonable range of typically expected shaft diameters in wind turbine applications. So we are ready to go. The next step is making sure that we add a tiny amount of catalyst to accelerate reaction and setting of the cyanoacrylate. To do that, we use the supplied cotton pad. We wet it gently with a catalyst and then wipe the surface. This agent, catalyst, evaporates fairly quickly. So far, there is no need for any rush. But from that point, when we are just about to apply cyanoacrylate, we will have just a few seconds to roll the killer bug onto the surface to ensure that cyanoacrylate does correctly react. We open this applied cyanoacrylate bottle, break the seal, and are ready to release a few drops. And it's very important that we don't overflow this. We just released a few drops, and then with a very thin layer we just cover the gauge. Make sure that we just make sure that it's applying all the adhesive along the surface, but not to a too large amount. And now we're ready to roll the killer bug. With one single motion, we roll the killer bug and leave it in place. All that operation, from applying cyanoacrylate to rolling and applying the killer bug onto the surface, should take less than a few seconds from the application of the cyanoacrylate. Now we have a lot of time for the cyanoacrylate to set, which will be typically expected within a minute or so. On this occasion, we are claiming that we deployed the killer bug in service, and this is the entire procedure required to do the installation. Very simple indeed. The last process to connect the killer bug with the wireless receiver is to wave above the killer bug with a magnet, just gently above the surface, and we should have the green light connected, changing from red to green, which means that we established communication. And we are ready now to connect the output from the telemetry receiver to any data logger or reading devices. That's the entire simplicity of the installation. As I say, the installation and the killer bug concept is designed for those technicians who have no or very little prior experience with strain gauging, and they can successfully deploy strain gauge based telemetry instrumentation. If you have any questions related to killer bug, please do not hesitate to contact any of our engineers. We are ready to help. Thank you very much for your attention.